Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Guess what?
You always say that. Just tell them.
The newly elected Prime Minister of Japan is an anime fan. He's a huge anime fan, and in particular, he's a fan of Demon Slayer. Looks like animators might benefit from that. The anime industry might get some kind of benefit because he has a heart for the poor, hardworking anime,
which is a good thing.
Creators. Yeah, we've been talking about this. So let's talk about the next Prime Minister of Japan and pretend like we know everything about Japanese politics.
We don't. So we're not even going to pretend we do.
We're just going to talk about it in relation to the anime industry.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 236,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support.
I also want to mention that if you happen to be in PA or near Altoona, that this weekend we are going to be at Sci-Fi Valley Con for, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, I'll be there all 3 days. And we'll be doing a panel on Saturday, so you can stop in and see us.
Yeah.
Only nice people, though, please.
Only nice people. Yeah. This is like the only convention we're doing anytime soon, I think. This is one we actually agreed to appear at 2 years ago,
right.
But because of COVID, we missed last year, so it just carried over.
And we've been supporting it since it started,
yeah,
so we would feel very bad if we didn't give it support. So we're going.
So we'll be there.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. So anyway, we do talk about comics. We talk about anime. We talk about animation. We've been talking about the business side of anime. It's not pretty for a lot of people
sometimes
working.
it isn't, yes.
Yeah, a lot of people working in the trenches. The pay is not good. Same with manga.
Mm-hmm.
The difference with manga, though, is if you're a manga creator, you actually have the chance to reap a lot of those benefits.
Yeah, I think you get more benefits being from the manga side of it than you do the anime side.
Yeah, but there are many, many hardworking, underpaid Japanese animators, and maybe, possibly, a changing of the guard at the top in Japan is going to be good for them because apparently the new Japanese Prime Minister is a fan of Demon Slayer and other anime.
Who isn't? It's good.
Everybody.
Go watch it if you haven't. It's good.
I don't think Joe Biden likes Demon Slayer.
You know what? He might. We don't know that.
He might. He just can't.
I don't think Trump did either, but we don't know that.
That's true. I don't think he did. Anyway, promises of higher wages for the industry. So this is pretty interesting. This is coming from comicbook.com. You sent it over this morning.
It did. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, the popularity of Demon Slayer has skyrocketed in recent years, with the franchise creating the most profitable feature-length film in the world of anime. Now they're just going to redo it for the first part of season 2.
Yeah.
How you like them apples?
Yeah. It'll be an abbreviated version, I'm sure. But go ahead.
Well, no, actually, I think they're expanding it. I think they're going to take the movie and break it up and then pad it with more.
Oh, we're going to pad it with more. That's right. That's right. Yeah. We did talk about that before. You're right.
Now if this were an American thing, they would just have scenes of them sitting in coffee shops.
Probably.
Talking.
Because that's easy.
It's really easy. Talking heads. Anyway, so the next Prime Minister of Japan, Fumio Kishida, right? So he's got a love of anime, particularly Demon Slayer. He's also promised to make changes to the industry of anime and manga, confirming he will seek to raise wages for artists and other creators who work in the industry.
Well, this is good news.
This is good news.
I think.
Because there's been a lot of discussion about this lately, especially since, Demon Slayer, because people are like, wow, look at the, hundreds of millions of dollars this movie made. Do we get any of that? Nope.
But they get some of it, don't they?
So they get a nicer office to work longer hours in.
Probably.
Like, hey, guess what, everybody? Your chair, it turns into a cot, so you can just sleep here.
That's right. Oh, that's an improvement.
There you go. We'll get you a pillow, maybe.
Nice one.
We'll get you a nice pillow, so you can just sleep here. So Kishida recently won the LDP presidential election in Japan, making him set to become the 100th prime minister of the country. And he took the opportunity to share his love of Demon Slayer. On top of this, Kishida promised to work toward raising the income of people involved in the Japanese soft power, hopefully it's not soft porn, soft power industry, such as manga, anime, and movies.
Cool.
Game developers, you're all out of luck.
The industry is manga, anime, movies.
You don't get a more comfortable cot.
Not yet.
Demon Slayer is set to have a big 2021. They're talking about the movie making a bunch of money, second season coming, which is basically the movie and more new episodes. So this is interesting because this is something that has come up very often, that the living wages over there are not really living wages.
We've talked about it several times.
That animators are very, very underpaid. A lot of them, not all of them, but the people working in the trenches, and same with manga too, like very, very long hours, very grueling schedules, and the pay just is not there. And this is why people were so mad at Crunchyroll when they did the Crunchyroll originals, with High Guardian Spice, because they were like, we thought this money was going to help the animators, and it wasn't.
It doesn't sound like it's much better over here either, because you hear all these people in animation and video gaming talking about crunch and how bad it is for them, and they're not, but I think even then they still get like some more leeway than they do over in Japan.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth, well, they joked, they said Rooster Teeth wouldn't have been able to make it as an animation studio if they didn't have all this unpaid crunch time, because that's, they were banking on it. And a lot of times what they do is they bank on young artists being so hungry and desperate and, not having any family ties or any of that, they can basically live in the office and work cheap. Because someday your ship will come in.
That's right.
Because every grunt animator ever goes on to become a producer or a showrunner, or every single one of them.
Quit.
A lot of people do. They burn out and they quit. And that's why you see so many young people, I think, working in animation. I'm like, you look at the showrunners on a lot of these series, and I'm like, man, this person's like 25, 30 years old. I'm like, where are the vets? It's like, well, the vets probably got burnt out and quit years ago.
Or moved on to something else.
To something else that paid better, or maybe it didn't pay better, but they had a chance, to actually have a life.
Yeah.
So there's that. But no, this might be good news. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap this one up. We'll see what happens. Politicians tend to make a lot of promises.
I was wondering that, actually.
A lot of promises they don't keep. But we'll see what happens in this case. I mean, this is
something does need to be done about it. It's bad.
Yeah, it has been getting a lot more attention. I mean, I remember there was a Kickstarter last year that some independent creators were trying to get Japanese studios to do a music video for them, and they said they were going to pay them more. But I'm like, that's great. And I'm not trying to belittle what they're doing, but I'm like, that's one music video. We're talking an entire industry, billions and billions of dollars.
Well, what gets me is we have places like Netflix and everybody that want them to do shows for them. Are they paying them better? I bet they're not.
No. And Netflix actually is a big issue, I guess, for these studios, because they're like, yeah, Netflix will hire us, but they don't pay us until the entire series is done, which can take a year, 2 years, 3 years. So
it's an industry-wide problem, and not just in Japan. And then it doesn't help that other places that could be doing something about it, like from the West, are, they could be helping. They want to come in and dictate a lot of things and try to make them change everything to appeal to their sensibilities. But I don't see them, financially making it worth their while to even do so.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, we're not experts on this by any means, nor do we claim to be, but this is how it looks to us.
Maybe there will be some change.
Yes.
Yeah, they actually refer to it as slave labor. Anyway, how bad you want to draw? I love it when we have Americans who are like, I'm going to go to Japan and I'm going to be an animator. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. So many levels. Good luck with that.
Yep.
All right, we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.